What's going on YouTube? It's Trev back again. I just found out some exciting news for MMA. It looks like Fedor Emelianenko is calling out, or is requesting through M1, and M1 is as well, a fight later on this year with Allistar Overeem. The first thing that comes to my mind is when Fabricio Werdum had Fedor in that triangle choke. Did Fedor suffer brain damage, or did something happen to him there? Was there some kind of, did something happen to his brain? I think he's crazy to request this fight against Overeem at this point. Now, that being said, I think it's going to happen. I really do. The reason why I would say I think it will happen is because Strikeforce right now is they've had a lot of problems lately. A lot of the fighters that they thought were going to win didn't end up winning. Bobby Lashley, they've been feeding him all these opponents, and he just lost to Chad Griggs, who's an absolute nobody, basically. He epitomizes the term can, really. And then you have King Mo losing already to Fejao, and Gegard Mousasi losing before that to King Mo, and Fedor losing, and just, man, they've just had really, really hard times. And the reason why that's a bad thing is because it's good for organizations to have guys like GSP, Anderson Silva, who go 10 fights without losing, who go 5 fights without losing. Everybody loves a winner. And it's just the way it is. Like right now I'm going to post this video here saying that I think Fedor's crazy for challenging Overeem, and people are probably going to be, people are going to hate me. The reason why, and I'm one of Fedor's biggest fans. I love Fedor. I think he's awesome. He's one of the best fighters ever. But he's crazy to call out Overeem. He's nuts. Okay? He's nuts. He's out of his mind to be calling out Overeem. Now, that being said, I think that it's fantastic that he's doing so. But I just have to think to myself, why? Why is he doing that? He really, really shouldn't at this point. But I think maybe that he wants to, kind of reclaim his status. And after losing to Werdum like that, he's been basically knocked off, and everybody's kind of like, Fedor or whatever. Now, that being said, if he does come in and, destroy Overeem, then, it will be, everybody will go right back on it. They'll say, oh, well, it was Werdum caught him once, he got caught, but Fedor is the greatest. He'll go back to being the greatest, which is why I think that this fight is probably the most important fight in Fedor's career, because if he loses this fight, then what does that make him? That means he's on a 2-fight losing streak. Okay? Then nobody is going to put him in the top 10 in heavyweights. He's not going to be thought of as pound for pound probably ever again. And, this is a really, really risky move for Fedor at the moment. But I think it's a good one, because if he comes out there and wins, he's right back in it, man. Everybody's saying, oh, well, he just got caught. It was, a fluke. It was a fluke win. It was the same thing happened to Anderson Silva, the flying leg scissors, and Matt Serra's right hand to Georges St. Pierre. It was just a fluke, whatever. Fedor's back. In a perfect world, maybe that would happen for Fedor fans, but I really don't think it's going to. This time, I think Fedor is he's met his match with Overeem. Now, anybody who thinks differently, what I want you to do is, I want you to go back and I want you to watch Fedor versus Rogers again. Then I want you to watch Allistar Overeem versus Rogers, and I want you to see how much trouble Fedor had with Rogers and how easy it was for Overeem to demolish Rogers. Now, I know people are going to say, oh, this person beat that person, styles make fights, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm just going to spell it out for you, okay? Brett Rogers was not in the same league as Allistar Overeem. Not in the same league, not in the same universe as him, okay? He did virtually no damage. He got his ass kicked, destroyed, okay? And he looked pitiful during the fight. Overeem made him look like a little girl. Okay, he did. Go watch the fight if you forget. All right, Fedor had mounds of problems with Rogers. Basically, with Rogers, what he did is what we've been seeing a lot lately. You've got a big heavyweight, 265, coming in first round. blowing off steam, taking it out on the other guy, landing ground and pound, doing his thing, just beating their ass. And then Fedor comes back, just like, Brock Lesnar after Shane Carwin comes back. The big man gets tired, Bobby Lashley. The big man gets tired. That's all I have to say. Carrying around all that weight, all those big muscles, everything like that, makes you get tired real quick. And then Fedor's conditioning, and the fact that Fedor's a lot lighter than Rogers, he was much quicker, he was much fresher. Rogers got up, he was slow, he was slowing down. Fedor wasn't. Fedor, right hand, boom, it's over. But he did not dominate Brett Rogers. Okay, he almost lost that fight. He almost got knocked out via ground and pound several times. So, while I'm very excited to hear that this match is going to take place, more excited, trust me, or that it's probably going to take place, more excited, trust me, than many of you will be, I got to see it like it is, and I got to pick Overeem for this fight. I just don't see Fedor winning. Now, that being said, if he does win, I'll be a Fedor fan forever, and I'll never bet against him again. But I think for this one, I don't see how Fedor can beat Overeem. I just don't see it. Alright guys, that's my prediction and my news for this week, my weekly Fedor news. I'll see you guys. Peace out.